In this video, we will see two different things. First, we're going to see how to opt in to the new interface, and then we will see what is new in that new interface. So we're going to see what was added, what is a little bit different from the classic view. So let's start by opting in. So first thing, we're going to go in the gear icon. Then we're just going to click on the switch button at the bottom. That's going to bring us into the new Intuit platform. Now, once we opted into the new Intuit platform, let's go see what's new, what was added, what's not exactly the same thing as the classic view. So the first thing is the app carousel. So before we were talking more about modules. Now we're talking about applications. So the app carousel will give us the opportunity to be able to go in our different applications that we have in QuickBooks. This is the first way that we can go see those apps. The second way is on the nav bar on the left-hand side, you're going to see we have My Apps. And in My Apps, we're going to have the equivalent of what we had in the classic view. So before we're talking about centers, now we're talking about apps. So here we're going to see we have accounting with all the accounting apps that are attached to that. Then we have expenses and bills, sales and get paid, Customer Hub, which is a new addition where we're going to be talking a little bit more about a CRM in here. We'll see that a little bit further down. After that, we have the team, we have projects, inventory, taxes, and after that, we're going to have all the extra modules or the extra applications that we don't yet have. So in this case, for example, the payroll. Now, for those that are saying, well, before we were talking about modules and the applications were the third parties that we were integrating into QuickBooks Online. Now, because we focus more on apps for what we are using in QuickBooks Online, we called the third-party apps are now called integrations. So the integrations, we're going to find them up on the right-hand side. We're going to see a little icon up here, which we call My Integrations. In My Integrations, we're going to see all the third-party apps that were added in this section. Let's continue to focus on the apps. So once more, we have the app carousel, we have the My Apps button, and we also see now that we have pinned apps. So for example, I work in a company, and in that company, what I specifically do, I work on sales and I work on expenses. So from here, I can customize the pinned apps, and I have the capability of putting what I want as an app there. So for example, if I say I'm going to just take out, because you have the option to have 3 different pinned apps. So for example, I want a sales and get paid, and I want my expense and pay bills. Once I save, I'm going to see my pinned apps that are directly here. So again, we are going to have different options to go into those apps. So we have different ways to getting through there, and we can put the pinned apps here, which are the apps that we're using the most. And for the users that are QuickBooks Online for Accountants that are used to seeing the little briefcase up on top with the tools for the accountants, might be looking at this and saying, hey, where are my tools now? So they just shifted over. We still have that little briefcase icon, but now it's on the nav bar on the left-hand side, completely up on top. You're going to see you have My Menu. And once you click on My Menu, it's going to pin it here. And then we're going to see that we have 3 different options in My Menu. We have Tools, we have Bookmarks, and we have Create. And the best part of this new interface is a lot is more customizable. So once you click on the little button to be able to customize, I have the capability of saying, what do I want to see in my menu? Do I only want to see tools, for example? Do I want to see the bookmarks? Do I want to see create? So from here, you have the option to be able to activate or deactivate what you want to see. And once it's done, if I go in bookmarks, here I can bookmark the transactions that I want to do, or the different options I want to do from there. Create, same thing. And in the tools, there are our accountant tools. And Again, here we have the capability of adding or hiding what we don't want to see, and we can even put them in the order that we want. So everything is a lot more customizable with the Intuit platform.